So we are transitioning right away, impromptu, to this interview to bring in BKFC Welterweight Title Challenger.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me and accommodating my crazy schedule.
No, it's more than fine. All of a sudden, I heard the noise that somebody jumped in the chat, and I'm like, well, go. We have a guest, and it's Dustin Pague. I'm excited to do this one, and no problem accommodating the schedule. So, how's camp? How's life? How's it going? Sounds like you're busy.
Oh, man, super busy. 3 kids, full-time job, beautiful wife. All 3 kids are wrestling and throwing in my 2 sessions a day with 10-hour shifts. It gets a little crazy. And as you can see, I'm out on my deck because I don't want you hearing my 3 kids screaming. They're in wrestle mode, so it gets a little crazy. But yeah, camp has gone phenomenal. I'm ready to put on a show for the people.
Don't worry, we love screaming kids. Lex Ludlow was having to tame his the other night too, so it's all the fun around here. It's the beauty of
Awesome.
going live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wrestling, a little more familiar to what we know you as, MMA. How many people still are shocked by having seen you transition to bare knuckle?
Actually, I think a lot of people can see me in this field a little bit more just because I had more wins by submission, but it was typically because I would knock the person down. If I had the choice in a fight, it'd always be standing and banging on our feet. So this is my world, man. If I always say if BKFC was around when I started MMA back in 2005, I probably would have jumped on this train the whole ride.
Did it take a fight to get that feeling, or did you know right away?
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw my first BKFC. I got DQ'd because I hit the guy when he was down. Those old habits kicked in. You knock someone down, you attack. That was the whole. I've been doing that for 20 years. You knock somebody on the ground, you go after them. But yeah, so it was a little weird getting used to it. Um, but I'm locked in now. Yeah, it's my new home.
Was that the hardest transition, the having to observe the knockdown where you never had to before, or were there any other elements that it took some getting used to?
Yeah, it was a pretty easy transition. It was definitely that initial somebody takes a knee and you got to stop hitting them. That was tough for me. And if you watch my second fight, it ended just as quickly. It was under a minute in the first round, just like my first one. And you saw me winding up to hit the guy. And I was like, whoa, threw my hands up. So yeah, I think that was my biggest adjustment starting with BKFC was just not to hit a downed opponent.
Did you think when you got the victory in your last fight and you make the plea to Dave ringside, did you think it was actually gonna kind of garner the title shot and get this, or did you think there may still be more work to do ahead?
I mean, I was hopeful. I fought Carlos Trinidad. He's my only true loss in BKFC. And we were told like, hey, next guy gets the title shot, which he did. Um, so they were telling me, hey, string 2 more wins together and we'll talk about it again. So I beat Drew Angel Core after the snake fight. I beat Ryan Peterson. Um, so I was very hopeful that I would get the offer, but I mean, the 165 division's so stacked. So I'm very humbled and grateful that I got the opportunity because I know there's multiple other fighters that deserve the shot as well.
Andrew Angel Core, that main event in your backyard. What did that one mean emotionally?
Yeah, that was great. My first fight in Philly, well, for BKFC, and that was amazing, man. It was a small venue. The 2300 arena is very packed in, small area, but I mean the crowd was nuts. It was a great win, and then much like the Ryan Peterson one, I'm sure you got a chance to see that. That was a war, and the place was going nuts. That was a really good win against a phenomenal fighter.
A lot of guys are pro wrestling guys in this industry. Are you a pro wrestling guy?
I was not, but it's funny because one of my first trainers was Steve Blackman. I started out with him doing some ground stuff, and in the wrestling world, everyone loves Steve Blackman. So, and when I met him, I didn't even know how big of a star he was. I'm like, oh, cool, you did wrestling. Yeah, I was never a big fan of it.
So it didn't have the same effect to you to go in the 2300 arena that it has on some guys?
Right. Yeah, I heard about it. I heard it's a big wrestling venue and it's very well known for that. But yeah, I didn't know anything about it.
The first couple fights that you had in BKFC, we've got first round finish, a second round finish. When you go the distance with Joe Elmore, what are you thinking after 10 minutes? And I'm pretty sure that there might have been a feeling like there's no way I'm ever going to see a decision in this sport.
Yeah, I mean, they're rare in this sport for sure, man, with all the cuts and getting hit with bare fists. I mean, most men go down. But I was prepared for a 5 rounder with Joe Elmore. He's a blockhead, man. I mean, look at that head on that guy. The dude can take a punch. So I was prepared for a 5 rounder, and more so with my game plan. I was sticking and moving. I wasn't going for those kill shots because I didn't want to get in the pocket with him and risk getting touched and put down and losing the fight. So yeah, I was expecting that, man. Not a shocker with Joe Elmore.
Even with the experience you have, there has to be a value in going those minutes and getting through that experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and along those types of fights, you earn so much respect for your opponent. You know, you guys are literally you're in a war together and you're just trying to take each other's heads off and you're going this long drawn out fight and it finally finishes and all you can do is hug the guy. I mean, most of the guys I've ever been in wars with, we just like hug each other. Like, geez, we just tried to kill each other for 10 straight minutes, just throwing fists at each other. So you gain a lot of respect for your opponents and you just feel like a sense of relief when that final bell goes off. Like, geez, thank the Lord that one's over.
You had the run in the UFC, looked like a boxing match, and then you took some time away from the sport. Did you think a return was happening, or was it just BKFC? Like, what after 5 years got you to do
Yeah.
something that most people are like, this is crazy?
It, like I said, man, if it was around, I would have jumped on it right away. But after the UFC, you get to such a level. The UFC is like the NFL of football. Like, you get to the NFL and then you get cut and then you're playing backyard football. It's just not to come off arrogant like I deserve better. It wasn't the same. So I tried boxing. I had my pro boxing debut and won that. But that didn't scratch the itch. You know what I mean? Like I loved it, but it wasn't like, oh, this is awesome. I can do this for a career. But the moment I saw Bare Knuckle, Johnny Bedford, he was my teammate on The Ultimate Fighter. He's the one that posted that the first BKFC, and I saw it on his Facebook feed. I messaged him right away. I'm like, is this what I think it is? Is this boxing with no gloves? He's like, yeah, dude, new thing. It's kicking off. It's gonna blow up. He said, this has your name written all over it. I said, yes, it does. So I messaged Nate Shook because I've known him for years. I fought on some of his promotions when I was 18 years old. Uh, and it took a while to get me an opponent, but 2 years after that first BKFC fight, I got my way in, and I'm hooked, man.
Just off of your season, you're going to help me if I'm missing somebody, but there's you, there's Johnny, and there's John Dodson. So there's three guys just from that one Ultimate Fighter season who have been in BKFC. I mean, that's kind of, I didn't think about that until you really brought that up now.
Yeah, and Johnny Bedford won the belt. John Dotson's current champion. So I got to be the trio, man. I got to be the hat trick of season 14 to win a belt.
So we got those good vibes working for you in that direction.
Yeah.
What do you think of the current champion right now? Julian Lane, he has a ridiculous amount of experience in
Yeah.
this sport. And from a guy that was not doing his best, I mean, the current 6-8 fight win streak has just been remarkable.
Yeah, Julian's a stud, man. I have all the respect in the world for him. I'm a fan of his. He's an exciting fighter to watch. but yeah, and looking at his record, it doesn't give him justice. Like people look at it, it's almost a 500 record, but look at the studs he's lost to and went to the distance with. So you really can't judge a book by its cover, especially in this sport. Um, he's a world champion, and I'm going to treat him as a world champion. He's definitely earned that belt, and I'm just hungry and I want to take it from him.
He's tenacious. He's hungry. The way he moved around against Angulo, and then to take that to another level against Slavetsky. What do you think it is about his game that makes him dangerous?
He's just tough, man. He can take a licking and keep on ticking, just like me. He could take a hard shot and just give it back. And that's what makes a great fighter in this sport. And the the bad thing for him is he's fighting a dog that's exactly like him. I just think I got better movement. So I think it's going to play in my favor. I'm excited for the opportunity, man.
When these two forward moving forces, when these two hard head collide, what do you feel makes the difference then in this matchup?
I think it's going to come down to heart. I think it's going to come down to cardio. I think I got a better gas tank than Julian. I think he's going to get tired, and I'm going to keep on trucking, and I'm going to finish him.
Everyone always says it. I prepared for 5 rounds. I'm ready to go 5
Yeah.
rounds. Do you see it going 5 rounds? What is your interpretation of how this fight plays out?
That's probably one of my least favorite questions of the fight game, and not because I just think it's an unrealistic question for a lot of fighters. You get these young fighters that are like, "Oh, I'm going to knock him out in the first round." Yeah, highly unlikely. He's a very experienced fighter. Him and I've been fighting a little longer than him, but I'm coming up on 20 years. He's close to 20 years in combative sports. Um, we're dogs, man. I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm hoping God favors me in this. I'm hoping I prepared enough. I believe that I have. I believe I have what it takes to beat him. But the fight game as well as I do. It can be anybody's night. So I don't really have a prediction. I see me wearing him out in the first couple rounds. A lot of movement, sticking and moving, cutting him up, exhausting him, and then finishing him in later rounds. But who knows? I guess time will tell.
And I know I need to let you go. Last one, I swear. What
All
would it
right, what's up?
mean to win the title?
What was that?
Would it mean to win the title? Last one. What would it mean to get that belt around your waist?
Oh man, it feels so corny to say it would mean the world to me, but it's all I've had my eyes on since I signed with the BKFC. I'm getting older. Every day I'm getting slower, weaker. And I want this so bad, man. It's something that like I said, 20 years to get a world title. I just feel at home with BKFC. I feel like I am a good bare knuckle fighter. I've put the time in, and I want it more than anything right now. So it would truly mean the world to me.
Slower, weaker, about to be a world champion. And for me, this was truly an honor, sir.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, man. Again, thanks for accommodating my crazy schedule.
Dustin Pague, best of luck next week.
All right, man. God bless you.
That was the disciple, Dustin